Good morning, welcome to Alaska. You're watching Alaskan Outdoor Adventures. Today we're going to take you on a fun trail out to the Knik Glacier. We'll be driving up a frozen riverbed all the way up to it. We'll be crossing rivers, going through glacial ice, and then eventually we'll end up at the glacier and take you for a ride out through there and show you some of the beautiful scenery right here in our area of Alaska. So let's get ready to go. We are driving Big Booty Judy today. She's going to take us all the way out there. Might have to stop and air down eventually, but it's going to be a fun ride. We're just coming out of the woods here, and as you see, when we get out into the clearing, that big wide open area, that is the actual Knik River, and we're going to be driving on that for most of the way. There's areas where we will be going off in the woods, but for the most part, we're going to be on the river, driving on the ice up there. All right, we're on our way out onto the trail. We're actually top of the frozen riverbed right now. We got about probably 13 more miles to get up the river, up to the glacier. We're going to try to get up there as soon as we can. There's a lot of people going back and forth. It's a great place to recreate, have fun, take your family out to have a picnic, whatever it might be. People go up there to see the northern lights and take some pretty phenomenal pictures. Today, it's just me and my wife, Miss JR. We're going to be heading out there. We're going to bomb out there and Big Booty Judy and hopefully get out there just fine with no issues or anything. Last time we tried to come out here, we had a lot of overflow ice. We didn't actually make it out there to it because the water was about as deep as my hood was, so we didn't get through it. But right now, I'm just going to show you Big Booty Judy 2010 Jeep Wrangler. It's been built. I built everything on it. It's got 37-inch tires on it, which is about the right size for when I'm pulling my big overland trailer and stuff. But it's lockers front and rear. I've rebuilt all the axles on it, Dana 44s. Right here is a tire swing down. It's my own design. I built the bumper and tire swing down. It operates off a winch, so you just hit a button that lowers it down, change your tire, roll it back on, hit the other button, it reels it back up. I got my land anchor, recovery gear right there, and basically got a snorkel and everything, which we do use quite a bit going out through here in the summertime. The water is very deep in areas. So we're going to get started and hopefully have a good time. Right, as we're making our way out of the woods, you're going to notice that we're going to drop into the valley of the glacier. You're going to see off to the right side of my Jeep, the Colony Glacier dumps right down into that valley. And also right in front of my Jeep, directly in front, is the Knik Glacier, the big one. It has the front of that glacier is measured at 500 feet tall or deep, however you want to say it. It has massive icebergs that cab off in the summer. And during the summertime, we go out there and we paddle around on the kayaks in between all these icebergs. In the wintertime, you drive onto the frozen lake, you get to play around in them. It is great. And I hope you have a great time today and enjoy the awesome views. As we make our way across the lake, it's important that we pick out a nice spot that we can actually stop, have a picnic, go for a hike, explore around, get some great shots and pictures. And basically this lake is so big geographically that everybody goes out there and find their own little pocket with their own privacy and just have a great time for the day. Everybody goes out and has fires and does barbecues and just hangs out for the day. It's a lot of fun. All right, so we're down onto the glacier here. As you see, a ton of glacial, I guess, structures or whatever you want to call them. But they are huge. Kind of get that perspective. Here, kind of show you the Jeep. This iceberg right behind it is probably, I don't know, 40, 45, maybe 50 feet tall. It's pretty big. And these are extremely large, beautiful pieces of ice. Every form of blue you can think of. So we're just going to take a hike and look around for a little bit. There we go. Wow. Pretty awesome through here. Look at the colors. You just come out here and play around for days if you wanted to, hiking around through all these glacial icebergs and stuff. They're just incredibly colorful, pretty. There's just so many different mazes to make your way through. It is pretty spectacular, I think. Stuff is just like glass, pretty much smooth like glass. So part of the ice that broke off this last summer, probably calved off in the summertime. Look like ice sculptures. Just they don't feel real. They just feel like glass. So smooth. Today I'm wearing my bigger crampons just because they're a little bit better on the big ice like this. They're a lot sharper, a lot bigger, so they have a lot more traction to them. It is crazy how pretty it is out here. Pretty cool. We'll hike up to the top. Wow. I know you guys can't tell with this GoPro, but this is insane tall. This is a lot taller than 50 feet, probably 6 or 7 stories tall. Little ice tunnel down there. I'm sure kids love playing in these. Look at that big blue piece of ice right there. These are as big as a house, some of them. They're just gigantic. Big pieces of ice. That one's as big as a building. Huge building right there. We'll go trek along. Some more tunnels and caves. Pretty awesome. Right, as we get ready to head off of the lake, we're going to actually keep our eyes open for the fracture zone. We try not to get too close to it just because there's been Jeeps in the past, and actually people on bikes and everything that have fallen through the fracture zone out there. It's right up against the face of the glacier. It's where the glacier is constantly moving and pushing. It creates this big fracture, and sometimes it gets covered up by snow and a little thin layer of ice. It's kind of a dangerous thing, kind of like a crevasse on a glacier. So we are just keeping our eyes peeled. But other than that, pretty safe to be out there on the Jeep. The ice is probably well over 5 feet deep, and it's just a fun, awesome day to be out there recreating with everybody else. We had a great time today. We got to enjoy a wonderful drive up the river, just enjoying my beautiful wife and company, listening to great podcasts. We got to come up to this glacier and have sensory overload with the beauty of all the ice. It's a great weather. It was a bluebird day with no wind, and got to meet some great people up here and enjoy some good food. And we're going to enjoy the ride back, and we are thoroughly going to be tired when we get home tonight. If you liked the video today, like and subscribe. And please come again and join us on the next great adventure right here in Alaska, only on Alaskan Outdoor Adventures.